Have you ever wandered into a forest so dense and twisted it felt like stepping into another realm? Picture this. You, a lone hiker, stumble upon a hauntingly beautiful yet eerily silent forest. A place where the air is thick with whispers of despair as twilight descends. You realize this is no ordinary woodland, a realm where lost souls linger, each trapped by their own chilling tale. Brace yourself for a journey through the forest of forgotten souls, where every rustle in the leaves could be the echo of a tragic story waiting to be told. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of purple and gold, I felt an irresistible pull to venture deeper into the forest. The tall trees loomed like ancient guardians, their gnarled branches entwined as if to embrace the secrets they harbored. With every step, the atmosphere thickened, a visceral feeling that something lurked just beyond my vision. I trudged along, each footfall muted on the carpet of moss and fallen leaves, when a chill ran down my spine. I thought I heard whispers, soft and mournful, slipping through the cool evening air. "Help us," they seemed to plead, despite my racing heart. I couldn't help but feel compelled to press on. My curiosity became a tether that bound me to the unfolding mystery. As I wandered deeper, the landscape shifted. The trees grew taller, their trunks wider, casting long shadows that danced eerily across the ground. I stumbled upon a clearing, and in its center stood a tattered wooden signpost, its arrows pointing in all directions, each nameless path promising different fates. I felt a shiver as the whispers coalesced into distinct voices, tales of regret weaving their way into my thoughts. "Turn back," warned a voice behind me, icy and hollow. It belonged to a figure emerging from the shadows, a woman with hollow eyes and a face etched with sorrow. "You mustn't stay here," she urged, her words barely a breeze among the branches. "This forest traps your soul, feeding on your regrets." I hesitated, fear battling my fascination, but something compelled me to listen. "I was once like you," she continued, her gaze piercing into my soul. "I ventured here seeking solitude from my troubled past, but the forest took hold of me, and my soul became entwined with the stories of others who had lost their way." I shuddered at her revelation, realizing she was but one of many. Each soul trapped here had a tale that echoed with tragedy. Eager to learn more, I pressed for details. She recounted her fate, a lost hiker, much like me, who had succumbed to the forest's allure, only to find herself ensnared in a cycle of haunting despair. She opened her mouth, but instead of words, a chilling wind swept through the clearing, carrying the voices of countless souls. "Listen," they cried, each tale blending into a cacophony of sorrow. I heard the echoes of a young boy who had wandered too far while exploring, searching for a hidden treasure only to lose himself in a labyrinth of trees. Another soul, a heartbroken woman, lamented her betrayal, forever searching for the love she lost. Each story was a thread in the web of this desolate realm, weaving a tapestry of despair. I could feel their anguish pressing against me, desperate and pleading. "You must leave," the woman insisted. "The longer you stay, the more their stories entwine with yours." But just as I turned to flee, the ground beneath me shifted, and a fog rolled in thick as smoke, obscuring my path. Panic surged as the forest's whispers grew louder, pulling me back into their grasp. "Stay with us," they chanted, voices mingling in a haunting symphony. I felt myself drawn to the darkness, my breath quickening as fear threatened to overwhelm me. In a burst of adrenaline, I sprinted back towards the trail, dodging branches that reached out like skeletal fingers. The moment I crossed the threshold, I turned back to see the woman standing at the edge of the forest, her face a mask of sorrow. "Remember us," she whispered, her voice fading with the mist. As I emerged into the fading twilight, my heart raced, but the weight of their tales lingered. I was free, yet I felt the lingering essence of the forest coursing through my veins, a reminder that while I escaped, the souls were still trapped there, their stories waiting to be shared, and I knew I would never forget. Every step home felt heavy, a mixture of relief and guilt, knowing that while I had returned to the world of the living, the forest of forgotten souls would live on in my memories, a dark secret I now carried, forever haunting my thoughts. If you like this one, subscribe for more bedtime stories like this every night.